Welcome back, everyone, to Expert Crypto, and we have seen a bullish trend up, right? We saw that. We knew it was coming. We could only go down for so long before a violent swing upwards. That is what we saw, and same thing goes if we go too fast up. We normally have a violent swing downwards, and that doesn't mean to sell everything right now to get out of all your trades. We will get into it, but just want to make sure that you guys understand that if you look at the charts, when we swing fast into the upwards area, we're going to have a fast push down. Same thing goes for the downside and the upside. We see this happen a lot with crypto because it's extremely volatile. So let's get into the charts, right? Let's get into the charts. So what am I talking about here? Well, let's get into Bitcoin first of all. We had this violent swing downwards. We had this retracement up. We talked about trend resistance yesterday, right? You guys buy when this trend is broke, and when this trend is broken, right? When we see this broke, you guys sell, right? You would have sold right there, and this is how you guys are trying to trade during these times of absolute volatility. And when we have pushes like this, guys, this is gonna fall very fast at some points. I can guarantee you that. Just let's draw our trend line. Let's draw our trend line, see where exactly this is going to fall to. I can guarantee you guys we're going to have a fast decline down. That's going to be a good time to make some profits on the downside. But right now, it's not showing that it's slowing down. We do see some selling pressure in the candlesticks. But for the most part, it still looks a little bit bullish on the upswing. But you guys got to understand, right? We had the El Salvador news, right? El Salvador. That news made the price pump probably around a day later, right? That news came out all the way, let's go back here, all the way probably around this area. This news came out, right? We had a decline in price when that news came out, guys. This is just whale manipulation. It's these market makers trying to squeeze as much money as they can out of the market, all right? But we have to understand we've made quite a lot of money during these dips, and we're going to continue making money through this volatility. We should have probably bought off of this trend when this was broke, and now we see this trend going to the upside, but it's not going to stay going up forever, right? When we have these happen in the past, let's get into it. When we have these happen in the past, let's see. When we go up too much in the past, right here, we're going to have some steep decline, right? We're going to have some steep decline like this. Let's get into another example. Here's another example. Here's another example. Here's another example, right? We're going to have some decline in price. We know that's going to happen, right? We're going to have a dip in Bitcoin. We're going to have a decline in price. It's just how the market works. It's how this market works. There's no arguing the fact of once we go down fast, we're going to have some retracement upwards fast. I mean, this is how it's been working the past 3 months. But I have something very important to show you guys, right? We are going to show you guys something. Look it. Bitcoin is the top performer for this for these altcoins in the past hour. When have we seen this, guys? This is showing that we are in a bear market, right? These altcoins are overpriced. We have never seen Bitcoin outperform these altcoins for the past 5 months in this hour category. Never, ever have we seen this, guys. Never. This is showing that Bitcoin dominance is creeping up. We're going to see this Bitcoin dominance increase and increase and increase. Wait, what are you guys saying? Amazon is adopting crypto is a really big deal. However, yeah, that is a big deal, but at the same time, they're not fully going to be adopting it like some of these other things that have been said. There's still going to be a lot of volatility to the downside if we're having this massive push upwards. I would rather follow the trends 9 times out of 10. That will be the trend, but we'll have a large push downwards. We might not make it all the way down to here to the bottom, right? But we'll definitely have a push of at least, I would say, let's just say at least 5% downwards, depending on how high we go. It could be even more than that. But always make sure, guys, it's not difficult, right? When we break through this, set your stop loss like 0.5% or 1% above. Once we break through that trend. And do that the same way on the downside, right? If we were doing this trend upwards and we broke through, just set your stop loss 1% or 2% above. And you guys are really dealing with risk and reward there very, very great. We have done very, very good just by dealing with our risk and our reward and setting these stop losses. But that is insane that Bitcoin right now was the top leader in the past hour. Let's see if it still is. No, we have Zcash that's pumping. We have Dash. We have Pirate Chain. But we are still seeing Bitcoin at top 2. Let's go into the Bitcoin dominance and show you guys something. Yes, we might be looking bullish right now. But when we see Bitcoin dominance go up like this, it's not looking too well for the trend on Bitcoin dominance, right? Look at Bitcoin dominance, guys. Look at this, right? Go to 30 minutes, show you guys this. Look at what happens with this Bitcoin dominance. This is something that you guys see in some sort of bear market when we have this decline upwards in Bitcoin, right? We had 4% in one day. Haven't seen that much volatility in quite some time. We destroyed this trend right here, and now we're pushing to the upside with that. These altcoins have already pumped, guys. I've been looking at these altcoins. I've been trading these altcoins. And with this Bitcoin pump upwards, these altcoins weren't moving, right? This is showing these altcoins aren't moving. Bitcoin's doing more percentage on the hour than these altcoins are. That's something that does not happen in a bull market, right? Something that does not happen, and we're seeing that happen now. So maybe we should just be trading Bitcoin from now on. That could be the best bet, especially with the trend if this does continue. This is the first time it's happened, right? Maybe this won't happen again, but this is the sign of some sort of bear markets. As well. This always happens during a bear market. But let's get into some of these altcoins, I guess. Just very important for you guys to understand. As quick as we come up, we come down, right? It's just what happens. It's what happens in crypto. We see it all the time. You guys can look in the charts, draw those lines. Guarantee you, if you guys set tight stop losses, you guys are taking profits accordingly. You will be making profits consistently. Make sure to read the books and to really fundamentally understand that you don't always have to hodl, especially when something's this volatile. But let's get into some of these altcoins, right? So we have Dash that's going volatile right now. It's barely outperforming Bitcoin in the past hour, which is crazy to me, guys. Look at BTC's up 9%, Dash is only up 5%. But I think this has to do with how low Dash was on the totem pole right here. Let's see right here, how low was this dip? Around 15%, but didn't really have that large of a retracement yesterday. Most of these coins went up around 10-15%, and we're just seeing that today. Had around a 6% candle in 45 minutes. We possibly could go up higher, but I do not think it's a safe time to buy into these altcoins. We might not see too much volatility, especially if Bitcoin is going to keep on trucking along to the upside. I mean, these altcoins, guys, they're not doing much. They really aren't doing much. It's insane. It's really insane, guys. But we did have a few good altcoins that we talked about yesterday. Talked about Telcoin. Telcoin's obviously doing well. Solana's doing all right. We seem to be reaching some sort of resistance. Solana doesn't want to pump, guys. Look at this, right? The past 45 minutes, right? Solana's gone up 4%, right? What's Bitcoin done? All right, let's go into Bitcoin. Let's change this to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's done past 45 minutes. Show you guys that. Past 45 minutes, Bitcoin gone up 6%, right? You don't see this, guys. You don't see this. This is very, very absurd to see. You guys have to understand that we're always comparing these altcoins to Bitcoin. What's the movement in percentage? Which altcoin is going to be the most volatile so that we can make the most amount of gains, right? If you guys find the altcoin that goes up 2x what Bitcoin does, if Bitcoin goes up 4%, it goes up 8%, and no other altcoins doing that, then you guys can make more percentage than these other cryptos. We don't have emotions on this channel. We're just trying to find the most volatile altcoin, the most bang for our trade, the most bang for our buck, and right. I mean, that's what you guys should be doing. You guys didn't come into crypto to be emotional and lose money, as that seems to be the case. You guys are coming here to get informed, get educated. We have a bunch of books that you guys can read that will really, really help you out. But just focus on trend lines, tight stop losses. This is my one thing to you guys. When we see that trend line broke, put around a 1%, 2% stop loss, and make sure to be taking profits as well. I would probably aim for these. Just set a trailing stop loss of around 5%. All right, so what else? What else? Let's get into this. Let's go through a few of these other coins. Nah, bro, buy the dip hodl. Yeah, buy the dip and hodl, guys. When we have this volatility, we've had so much volatility the last time. Buying the dip and hodling has not been the move. You guys, you want to be hodling these cryptos? once we get lower, right? These alts are not pumping right now. If they don't end up pumping, right? Who knows? You guys want to be buying these alts when they're down here, when they're in an accumulation phase, right? A lot of people bought these alts in this phase right here. This isn't even the lowest phase for most of these coins, right? A lot of you guys bought these coins up here, right? You're hodling an asset that was all the way up here, guys. All the way up here. People were up 61x on this asset. So hodling, right? When someone's already up 63x, no one in their right minds, if you're up 63x, wouldn't be selling. And you guys are buying where these people are selling, where people are taking profits, when you guys should be really focused on trading in these areas if you want to make the most profits. But if you guys want to hodl in these areas, go right ahead. Okay, go right ahead. But I'm just saying, from my perspective and from my view in crypto the past 4 to 5 years, we don't want to buy unless we have these areas of key accumulation, right? And those are probably going to be happening as we have been in a downtrend in bear market. I know a lot of people on YouTube are extremely bullish, guys, but we have these fake outs happen all the time, guys, all the time. We still are on this low trend. We're still on a downtrend, completely on the downtrend, right? We still have to break above this 38K range, and then we still would have to break above this 44K range to really get that momentum and say, oh, we're out of a bear market. But until then, we're probably going to see a lot of volatility with these coins. Love to see Bitcoin up, though. We were bullish yesterday, and we saw it today. And now that I'm bearish today, you guys are going to be a lot of you guys are going to be mad. But you know what? It's okay. It's just how things are. You know, when things go up extremely fast, they go down extremely fast. Most of the time, right? All right, so what else is up? A lot percentage. We'll go into that. We can go into KSM as well. KSM is an example of something that's not moving too much, right? This thing has already kind of pumped up. We see 6% in 1 hour. That's kind of rare for KSM, but we'll go compare that to Bitcoin as we were talking about KSM last night. Let's see how much you guys would have been up on KSM from last night. These were the coins that we were talking about from last night, right? We'll just go from this level. There's 10% from 8 hours ago. 16% from 12 hours ago. I think it was probably around 12 hours, a little bit before then. Altcoin, 12 hours ago. Around 20%. What else? What else? T-Fuel. To short this. We're looking to short this one here. Bitcoin has outperformed Ethereum. That's the biggest indicator of bearish. Can we discuss the trend lines on BTC? It's back in triangle. Yes, thank you, Meet Kira. We'll get into that. Appreciate the absolute best knowledge, guys. All right, so let's go into Bitcoin, Ethereum. Bitcoin versus Ethereum, right? Go Bitcoin, Ethereum. All right. Go back on the 1 day, right? Let's go back 1 day, okay? So let's see what happens when a bear market starts, guys. What happens when a bear market starts? We see this rapid push with Bitcoin dominance on Ethereum, or Ethereum dominance on Bitcoin. This is Ethereum versus Bitcoin, right? Which one's going to be larger? We see Ethereum's taking the lead, right? Bitcoin comes in and takes the lead down here. Ethereum takes the lead. Bitcoin takes the lead. Ethereum takes the lead. Bitcoin takes the lead, right? We don't see too much downwards momentum in this trend too often. And when we do, it's large momentum, right? It's large momentum. This was in May, right? This is in May, but we'll go back into the weekly candles as well, just to show you guys that. Well, let's go back into 2020, right? What happened? We had this push downwards with Ethereum. I still do see Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin possibly, but if we do start this downwards momentum with Ethereum and we start seeing Bitcoin take the lead on this, true indicator of a bear market. This is just 1 day of Bitcoin outperforming Ethereum. We probably need to see some more downward action, but if we don't break this all-time high right here, this weekly candle, see how this weekly candle has closed significantly higher than these other ones? It's not significantly, but we see it. So if we see that candle not be able to break, probably going to see some sort of downtrend. It kind of happened here. It happens here, right? These ones were a little bit more violent, right? It's a little bit more violent, 80% guys back then. And we had around a 50%. And then this one right here, which was around a 60%. So with EIP or EIP 1559 coming out, I see this maybe dropping to 20 to 30% below. Maybe 40% will get that down too. But we still need to see, right? We still have this bullish momentum right here. Yeah, you see the bullish momentum right there? That's because we have this event coming out. Maybe people will sell on the news and pump Ethereum up, or I do see a lot of people holding on to Ethereum. But that's a very good indicator. I'm not sure if it's going to be that accurate anymore. But we might look back at that in the future. All right, so it's a good time to short altcoins, guys, once we break through that trend. We haven't broken through that pump in Bitcoin yet. I'm just saying, right, until Bitcoin sizably breaks through these trends, yeah, that would be a good indicator. Set your tight stop loss, and we're probably going to see a large push downwards, right? Let's go on the 15-minute to 30-minute. Actually, go on the 7-minute. All right, so here we go. We're still, this is such a tight push that we've had with Bitcoin right now, right? This has been around a 5 to 6% push in around, it was around, I think, let's go check, around 3 minutes. Right. 5 to 7% push in around 33 minutes. Normally when we have this type of volatility, we will have a large downturn, right? We'll have a large push downwards. When you guys see this, consolidation right here, you guys are not going to be buying on this consolidation. You're just going to keep on moving that trend line over until we sizably break down through it. If we break down to around, I would say, around this 1% below, I would be putting in shorts there. But make sure to set your stop loss very, very close, right? We want to be setting our stop losses close in case we break back through. But it's very important for you guys to understand. I know I'm going to say this over and over and over until you understand this. But when we have these huge run-ups, right, what happens? We break through the trend line. Let's go put the trend line underneath it so you guys can see. You guys can go on the graphs. Do this yourselves. Please do this yourselves if you guys do not believe me. We have a push down, right? This happens every single time we have a volatile run-up. We always have that push down. So very important for you guys to understand that. Yeah, it's extremely weird right now. We're just in this stagnant market, guys. We have Bitcoin taking the lead. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, from a crypto perspective to someone who's not too familiar, we have Bitcoin taking the lead. Really, we have Bitcoin taking the lead on the charts, which is very, very obscured. I mean, when these dips do happen, guys, if we do get a dip with Bitcoin, these altcoins are going to go down a lot. That's what you guys have to understand. If these altcoins aren't pumping right now, they're just waiting for Bitcoin to fall. And if that does happen, they're going to go down a lot, guys. We're going to see that market dominance increase to Bitcoin quite a lot. I can tell you that right now. This is an indicator, right? These altcoins aren't able to outperform Bitcoin. And we see that market dominance of Bitcoin. Let's just go specifically into the market dominance for BTC. Right? We're going to go specifically into the market dominance for Bitcoin, right? Yeah, it's coming down a little bit right now, but we had this 4% push up. It's really not much that it's coming down by. We still have this large candle, guys. We still have this large candle. But let's go back into 2017, show you guys this. I'm sorry for being a little bit. There we go. All right, so when we have these large pushes up, guys, this means that money is going into market dominance, okay? Not money, okay? So market dominance is how much percent of the market does this crypto hold? It's not talking about actually the market cap. So when this goes up, normally the market cap decreases. But yes, we will see this happen in a bear market or if we have the market cap decrease, most likely. And this is a very good indicator to see Bitcoin's up 8%. And normally when Bitcoin increases, right, when Bitcoin goes up in percentage, let me actually do this. Let me do this, okay? Let me throw Bitcoin here. And let's go in the daily chart of BTC, right? So you guys see, are we on the daily? Here we go. All right. So as Bitcoin decreases, right, as Bitcoin decreases in value, right, these alts tend to or this market dominance tends to go up just because we've had these pumps, right? So we've had these pumps. You see right here is really where we dropped on this market dominance, right? And then we started to go up when Bitcoin increased, right? We started to go up when Bitcoin increased, and we had a little bit of increase in Bitcoin there, right? But now we're having this candle upwards with Bitcoin, and we're seeing the market cap go up, right? With Bitcoin. Very, very important for you guys to understand how how pivotal this could be. We're going to be following that. All right. Yeah, that's pretty big, guys. That's pretty. It's not the biggest thing. I mean, we kind of knew since we broke all-time highs that we're most likely going to be in some sort of bear markets. But that's a pretty big indicator of something that we can look at and kind of base some assumptions on, right? Yeah, Zcash. Look at these candles, guys. These candles do not last long, right? 10% in 45 minutes. Is that natural, right? When we have these irregular pumps, what happens? We have these irregular sell-offs, right? Yes, it will happen at some point. Wait for it to break this trend because it's happened so fast. Draw your trend line, right? Draw your trend line. And if it's not a sizable breakdown, don't enter it, right? If we see 1 to 2%, 1.5, I would put in that short. But for you guys that are hodling through this, go have fun hodling, guys. Go have fun hodling through this. I really suggest that you guys take some profits when you're up this much, as you all should be, because we were buying once this trend line broke, and we're going to be selling once this trend line breaks as well. It's not breaking yet. We're still going stagnant. We need to see the price decrease. We're seeing a lot of selling pressure as well right here with these candlesticks facing upwards. All right, so let me get into some of your questions. All right, shorting is toxic for the mind. It's not toxic. It's not toxic. It's just you guys have to understand when these assets are overvalued. When El Salvador is a very, very corrupt company, and people think that the news is pumping and these altcoins are pumping because crypto adoption and Bitcoin adoption is here. It's just this is a crypto sphere where people will do anything to really try and hype up stuff. And the whales, okay, guys. What happens is these retail investors don't have enough liquidity to pump up things. These market makers are the people who are building these big candles, right? These are market maker candles, right? We go down here, right? These are little retailers playing around here, right? Here's market maker candle. Here's a market maker candle, institutional candle, for example. They're the real reason why the market is pumping up, right? They base these pumps and these dumps off of news, right? It's not a pump and dump. It's not what they're doing. Don't come off like that. I'm just saying they're pumping the market up, and then they will sell off the market. Don't mistake me for that. But yeah, these are market makers, right? They're the people that can cause this much liquidity in the market to go, this much volume, I guess, or volatility, you can say, in the market. These are retail investors, right? And what they're doing is they're making people short and long, right? It's based off of news, based off of hype, whatever it might be. So we have a bunch of people that are in longs right here, and they don't have stop losses set, right? Or they have very low stop losses, or they know that if they get to the stop loss, right? This candle, right? Let's say they short it down to here, and there's like 2% stop loss, right? Those stop losses will hit, and the market will dip down to here, and they know that they can gain X amount of percentage if they have a X amount of shorts, right? So if they can get that much liquidity into the market and get these people's stop losses hit, right? It's the game that these market makers are trying to play, right? We're just playing off the trends, right? We're waiting for those market maker institutional candles to come about and see that dip below these trend lines, and then we're going to be shorting, right? Because we know that's a very, very good time to short, because they do it based off of these trends, based off of these retail investors FOMOing in. Because when you have these retail investors FOMOing in, right, you see these trends that start to emerge, and then you'll have these institutional candles that will liquidate them, take all their money, and that's how it works. I'm not shorting. I am not shorting yet, guys. I'm not shorting right now. I don't advise you guys to short unless you've read the books. But all I'm saying is there's going to be some sort of dip when we have this large of a pump up, right? But I would not suggest shorting right now, right? We haven't broken through this trend line, but I can guarantee you that we're going to have some sort of dip soon. I did take profits on my longs, and I have been longing every time we've broken out, and I've been shorting every time we've broken down these smaller resistances, right? When we broke through this one, right? I put in a long down here, right? Look at this long, guys, 5%. I'm just basing my trading off of these trend lines and a few indicators, but I suggest that you guys do these trend lines on the longer term scale, as you would have more success rate unless you're putting very tight stop losses on them. But no, I'm currently not shorting right now, so stop assuming. All right, stop assuming I'm extremely bearish just because I think that Bitcoin's going to dip because we had this violent movement upwards. It's just that the percent of Bitcoin dipping is very, very high right now, as we've had around, what is this, 12% in 11 hours. That's a lot. That's a big movement for Bitcoin, right? Huge movement for Bitcoin. What happened down here, guys? We went around 8%, right? We couldn't hold. Violent movement in 8%. If you guys drew your trend line, right, would have been shorting right there. And once we broke this trend line, you guys probably would have been longing right there, right? It's as simple as trend lines, right? Simple as trend lines. When this trend line got broke, right, would have been longing there. When this trend line got broke, long, right? It's not hard to understand, and it makes you guys really set these tight stop losses so you're not risking too much, right? When we have this volatility, this is where these trend lines come into fruition. You guys could be using these trend lines and having a very, very successful time trading. So it's a very, very great time with this volatility. This is why we love this volatility. We love these dips. As sad as it might be, they're extremely profitable for us on this channel. So it's something that you guys have to learn. You guys have to work towards just understanding these basic TAs. I mean, this is just basic TA, right? Trend line. What are we hitting off of? Oh, we break out. We're going to have some sort of pump, liquidate these people who are shorting. This is probably some sort of this is probably a retail push right here. This is an institutional push. This is large liquidity, right? Small candles equal retailers. Large, big candles equal institutions, right? But yeah, I would really make sure to do this on the larger time frame. Maybe you guys do 5 minutes, but you don't do these short ones in between. Just a larger scale trend line, right? All right, let's just watch this a little bit, right? Let's see what happens. We can go through some other stuff as well, but yeah, let's go see what Bitcoin's doing right now. I mean, this is something that I'm going to be watching all day, right? Bitcoin's up 4.6%. Ethereum's still up 3.4. It is outperforming, which is kind of weird. Zcash is up a lot, but I see KSM definitely going to take a long fall, right? If you guys want to get something that's going to be good on shorting, right, I would really recommend possibly KSM, right? So you guys want to look for the things that pumped up the most, right? They're already pumped up the most. Bitcoin's outperforming them. They can't pump anymore, right? It's only up 4.3%. Yes, it can pump more, but it's not going to outperform Bitcoin, right? We know that's not going to happen, but this is how you guys can find coins that are a little bit outperformed, right? A little bit outperformed. Why did you ban me from my Telegram? I was helping and getting valuable info from it. When will it be reopened? The Telegram got banned for reasons of toxicity. I couldn't control it. I have a Discord now, which is easily controlled. It's a great community if you guys want to join in on it. It's awesome, actually. If you guys want to join the Discord, editor, can you let me actually? I can do it right now. I'll link the Discord in the description of this video, so you guys can join it. You guys can talk to a bunch of people and get to know TA. There's 30 or 40 different books in there that you guys could read. There's valuable information in there, so make sure if you guys want to get more into crypto, join this community of people. It's awesome, right? It's awesome. We are going to be doing multiple assignments. We have like over 400 cryptos that we've done research papers on. It's really a great place to learn. T-Fuel's down 2.3%. Want to know why? Because it had that pump earlier. This is why we were talking about shorting this. Same thing with Data. Data isn't pumping right now. Want to know why? Because it pumped yesterday, right? It pumped when we were dipping. Same thing with Solana, guys. Look at these coins that pumped super hard. They're out of gas. They are out of gas. Bitcoin is absolutely pumping right now, and they can't keep up. Right, this is showing you that they're out of gas. We have Helium as well. Helium's was up a lot. What else? Harmony. And we'll go to some of the bottom coins, right? We'll see what should be pumping, and you guys see how this is only up 11%. This is why this is pumping, because it hasn't pumped yet. Same thing goes with EOS. These coins that are pumping up the most right now haven't pumped yet, right? So people are going like, maybe we should get these coins pumped up. This is what's going on in these shorter time frames. It's very, very important for you guys to understand that, right? All right, let's go see Bitcoin. I'm probably going to wrap the video up here. Let's see if we have a sizable break to this trend. If not, I'm going to be wrapping up the video, right? Oh, wrong chart. All right, here we go. All right, yeah, wrapping up the video here, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm not trying to be the bearish, the super bear bull guy. I'm just switching my opinion on what's happening in the market. I'm still bearish long term, midterm. We might see some bullish, but short term, we're going to be some bearish. We'll have to see, because we have to break these two top trends up here, this 38 level, and also this 51 level, if we want to be considered bullish in my mind. But there will be some volatility in these zones. Maybe we don't even break through this 38 zone, which is highly possible. But we will have to see, and I'm going to be posting my opinions. I hope you guys enjoy them. I mean, my opinions have been pretty accurate so far. I'm not just making this stuff up to get you guys to sell on FUD. That's not what I do, guys. I'm not trying to FUD you guys out of the markets, as some people have said before. It's kind of guys, I'm just trying to help you. There's books, there's a bunch of research and TA that I will go through that shows the psychology behind the market. This is all psychological, right? This is all psychological. Trying to get you to FOMO and trying to get you to buy the dip. They'll bring it down. They'll try to get you to panic sell. They don't want you to take profits. They don't want you to set stop losses. They don't want you to get good entries or draw trend lines. And you guys want to be able to do that to be the most successful you can in crypto. And I know you can do it. I know you can do it. It's just a matter of putting in the time and the effort to be successful in crypto and to be profitable at all times, which is what we do here. And I will be showing you guys how I'm doing it, how we're working together as a community, because I have been actually getting great advice from some of you guys. I appreciate it. But that's gonna be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed.